Welcome, everybody, window lickers and alum, and all newcomers. Thank you for joining us here where we are
Rise to the top. Oh, yeah. Macho Madness, yeah, has got more to him.
Oh, yeah, you know it is. It's the window lickers here with my three friends, two from the upper north and one from an hour or two down the road. These are my my Monday warriors as of late. The guys who have joined me for a few weeks now, and internally grateful for both of you. We got some new designs going on here. You can see the Boar's Nest logo up here, which is brought to you by the two gentlemen over onto the side there. And below me, let me start his introduction. He is standing a mere 76 centimeters. And I don't even know why I said centimeters. It's just a funny word to me. But he is my friend, the man, Terry Haunts, the Bulkster. How are you doing on this Monday?
Oh, Bulks are doing great, Josh. Full week of just work, poker, and now Raw.
Now Raw. Hey, and look, Terry, you got some of the friends crossing over from the Lose
I see
channel. We got
that.
Grunmeister. What's up, guys? Hey, Grunmeister, thank you for dropping in. And we
What's
got
up,
another
Grun?
crossover. Chris Best jumping in. What's up, Chris
Oh,
Best? How are you doing? And the Lou
Lou.
himself. And he is
What's up,
excited for
Lou?
your poker. There you go.
Okay.
So that's my friend, the old Bulkster. You're going to get to know him if you don't know him. Well, he's kind of like certain diseases you get, and he just kind of doesn't leave once you get him infected in you. He's kind of, and it's adorable. You know, he has fun. But besides that point, we have a returning guy since week one. He's been day one type guy. He's my co-host. He is the Banana Republic up north. He is Bubba Duke. How are you doing, my friend? How goes it?
It's going great, dude. This week so far. I mean, it's only Monday, but not bad. Busy day at work. Went by super fast. It was
Awesome. Well, I'm glad it went by super fast today.
Yeah,
And we got Chris Best letting us know his knee is killing him, but he's going to power through Raw Patrol.
Well, he needs to stay off of his knees.
Ooh, there we go. We
Stay off them and rub some dirt on them. Wait, that's the same thing.
And lastly, one of our recurring guests, one of our friends, he is the Canadian Phil Collins, Stone Cold Steve Austin combo. You cannot get that anywhere else but here on Window Lickers and the Monday Patrol and his Tuesday show and Thursday. There's a lot of OMD going around, but OMD, how are you doing? And thank you for joining us again, my friend.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here, JJ. I'm doing very well. I've had a very relaxing, quiet day off. Spent the day pretty much playing MLB The Show. And now it's time for Raw.
It is time for Raw. We are about an hour away. And fans, just before we get into the subjects we're going to talk about tonight, stick around because at the end of this, we do jump on over and we raid out to Turnbuckle Talk. And we have a good, fun time with the Raw Patrol. We've developed a great relationship, guys. I mean, we have a chat going that it would get us all canceled if the general public seen this. Two of my friends up there would be booted out of the northern hemisphere, and it just would not be a good idea. So we're glad this friendship. Yeah, go ahead, OMD.
As a Hall of Famer just recently said, you can cancel us 1,000 times and we'll come back stronger the 1,001st.
That's very true.
Amen.
That is very true. So, friends, we are getting into our Raw subjects. And you know what? I'm really enjoying the idea of a couple of these topics that we threw out and we put together for you guys. This is a whole new presentation, something I've been working on. And do not be shy in the comments to let us know what's working, what's not working, what you're liking, what you're not liking, because we can always adapt. Usually these three faces just jump on, smiling, ready to rock and roll. So if you want to put me to work, put me to work. Let me know what's working for you. But we're going to kick it off with we're going to get into OMD's topic. And OMD, why don't you tell us about what you got going on this week?
I chose to, as we're recapping last week, I chose to go with the Ilya Dragunov versus Shinsuke Nakamura match.
Great match.
It was for a couple of reasons, although it was a little too short for my liking.
I can agree with you on that one.
And in essence, it is now, because it was more of a squash match than anything.
It did appear that way, didn't it?
Shinsuke is one of the most feared strikers in all of wrestling, and he is, I don't want to use the term relegated, but he's now become more of an enhancement talent.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one.
Fantastic music. They gave him his push there against Cody, doing all of those beautiful vignettes from the monitor. And, you know, gets that little bit of a build. And he had it prior to Cody with Seth.
Yep.
So now getting knocked back down to become cannon fodder for the NXT champion.
Yeah.
What I find interesting about that is that Ilya Dragunov, this was his main roster debut. We know that the draft is coming up at the end of the month, so it's going to be a matter of, is this a preview of where Dragunov is going to be going? Is he going to Raw? Is he going to SmackDown? And was this just to present him to the main roster audience?
Yeah. I mean, I like where you're going with that. And before we start getting into the discussion, fans, we have right now a 52-second clip of the end of this match. So before we get Bubba Duke and Terry's input on this, let's sit back and watch this. All right. So, I mean, we had an exciting end to that. And jumping off of what you said, OMD, before we go into Terry and Bubba's input, if that's what we're getting on either SmackDown or Raw, sign me the fuck up. I hate that Shinsuke's the one to do the grunt work in this and to be the one to help build, but Shinsuke to me can take losses like that because it kind of shows more and more of Shinsuke's ability to push others in different areas. Not too long ago, a lot of people were saying the same thing about Sami Zayn. Look where Sami Zayn's at now. And I'm not saying Shinsuke hasn't had some really cool title moments, but all they were moments. They weren't longevity. And I think that's where you're going, OMD.
There is that aspect to it, yes, but it's also, you know, like he gets these pushes.
Yeah.
And then gets knocked back to obscurity. It was almost, if you look, because he came in with AJ Styles, and now you can sort of put them in the same area where now they're there to put over the talent. They're not really getting that push to that next run.
Just like Chris Best is saying, Shinsuke could take some big losses and still be a big star. And yeah, I think that's exactly where you're going with OMD. So why don't we get Bubba Duke? Why don't you let us know what you thought about the end of that match and what you're thinking about the possibilities?
Well, it's the first time I've seen that young man wrestle because I don't watch NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty impressive.
You got the shame.
Yeah, I've seen that. I was trying to ignore that. But I've heard lots of good stuff about him.
Mm-hmm.
Again, too bad it was Shinsuke, but at the same time, who better to put him against if you're going to have that big moment where he drops that H-bomb and that giant kick and put him against the king of strong style. Why not?
Yeah. I want to see that in more of a pay-per-view match, you know, like
here's the thing too. Could this be leading to a feud for this gentleman when he comes into the main roster? Put him against the Nakamura and get a bigger push.
Yeah.
I don't think I would disapprove with that.
And going off of what you're saying, If they do that and they build a feud between these two, I would like what OMD's mind's at and give this a push then. So give Shinsuke something after it. Give him something, and then, make him. Why not make him NXT champion? Why couldn't Shinsuke go to NXT and have a brilliant time?
Brilliant run there, right?
He absolutely could. He absolutely could.
No.
Ilya already has a built-in rivalry if he's going to Raw in the draft. Can we say Dragunov Gunther 3?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be epic.
All right, Bulkster, you've been a little silent over there with your shame sticks.
So Bulkster's mind's been going wild on this. And I'll tell you what you said, Joshua, and also what Grum said, I was trying to pinpoint not the match itself, but like the two superstars in it. And Shinsuke, like he says, his entrance, like I said, the fans are part of the show. Yep. And when the fans get into the song or sing the song, hum the song, whatever they might do, that's right there. If that's his thing, okay, fine. I think the only thing for Iliad, I think he did great. I think they got to test the waters to see how the fans will react to him. I think he fed off the energy. I think the fans fed off his energy, and it made it epic. Even if no fans knew who he was, from that crowd, you couldn't tell it. But I also know that was the Philadelphia crowd too. So a lot of them probably went all 4 nights at the Mania and NXT and all that, and probably seen him. As for Shinsuke, you got 2 things, and one of them you brought up: go to NXT. The only other thing that he can do, like I said, right now he's a glorified jobber, 25-1, I think, for this year. The only other thing that could save him, he needs to join Damage Control as the male counterpart.
Oh, dude, interesting. I like it. I
didn't think of something like that.
I just come up to me. I was like, you know what? They don't have a male thing, and if they wanted to make Damage Control a bigger thing, have a guy. I mean, and he might be able to. He ain't a speaker either. You could have the Dakota Kai be the spokesperson. That's why they kind of said that she was going to stay along with Damage Control.
All right, you got some people in the chat liking your
wow, yeah, that's
your
interesting.
idea there. Grunmeister's agreeing, and we got Chris Best chiming in saying they basically gave us a taste of Ilya. They still haven't given us the full meal. Yeah, you're right. They haven't.
No,
and go ahead.
Just to see, it was like you had said. It's just a little tidbit of let's see how our fans react to him taking on someone like Shinsuke, and how they reacted was way better than anybody thought that they were gonna react. Because when I was watching this match, I was cheering for him, and I'm a Shinsuke guy.
Yeah.
And I was cheering for him, going, with the crowd saying, whatever they were. It was the kid did good if he ends up in the main roster, and they use him properly. That's the key right there. Use him properly. He's going places.
Yeah, I agree with you. Here we go. We got the Lou. I would still like to see Nakamura get a title run. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, we all would.
But here, after hearing everybody's input on this, and you guys got some fantastic input on this. I mean, the Bulkster came out of left field. OMD's really pleading Shinsuke's case. And Bubba, you got the insight on it. You know exactly what you want as a fan of Shinsuke's, and you also got a little tease of Dragunov, and you liked it. So here's my proposal, though. If you're going to keep Shinsuke with a hot iron and you throw him in NXT, to me, NXT is a better place for his entrance. It's more impactful. It's a smaller, more intimate crowd. You're going to get more feelings out of it. It's not going to be just a, some people here in this section are doing it, other people over here. And I know it's a large group of people who do this for him. So imagine what we already know of a big arena go into a not as big, you know. So it's going to be a more impactful thing. And that's why Dragunov works so well, because you've seen in that match, like Terry said, he felt the crowd. He fed off of that energy, and he gave us a dynamite performance. But he gave us the best thing. He left us wanting more. We want more.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want more out of that match?
And for those who haven't seen Ilya Dragunov, go back, check out his matches in the past with Gunther, aka Walter. Check out his matches with Carmelo Hayes for the NXT title. Check out his match from Stand and Deliver with Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, very true. Yeah. We got the Lou chiming in saying, well, Bubba said used properly. I don't think we have to worry about that anymore now that Hunter is running the shows. I think talent. Hey, you know what? You are exactly right. I cannot. Triple H has done the unthinkable with what we knew as wrestling. Yeah. And he changed the landscape for us and gave us a better product.
Yes.
I hate to say these words, but feed me more.
Get out of town. Don't say that on this channel.
I just
you
did.
know what?
That's the old
you did. You definitely just did. So right now we're going to go into the big guy. We got Bubba Duke. And Bubba Duke, what is your subject on tonight?
I did the 4-way match.
That was a pretty freaking good match.
Yeah. Just watch the clip and then we'll discuss, because
okay, so we're going to jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to jump right into the clip. Again, this is a new way we're presenting these clips, these topics, so let us know. So,
oh my God. It's I was mad, but I'm not mad. In the moment, I was like, oh, that damn CM Punk again. But I see where they're going, so it's not like I was mad, but I'm not mad, because I got to stop, think about it. They're building that feud. Like, it's going to be... I got a feeling they're going to put a stipulation last man standing, because McIntyre is just going to be like, I've had enough of this old man. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to end his career, and that's where we're going. But for Jey Uso, what a win.
Yeah.
Way to go, dude. If he doesn't get a title shot within the next 6 months, I'm going to be pissed, because I wasn't an Uso guy. Yeah. But now that Jay's on his own, wow.
Hey, Bubba.
Wow.
That was for a title shot.
That's what was it?
Yeah. That was an number contenders 4-way.
I was caught up in the moment that I completely...
No worries, Bubba. No worries.
Jay's getting his title match at Backlash.
He's getting his title shot. And we have some fans chiming in. We got a normal Red Devil saying, love the Punk got involved. We got the Lou saying he loves the video setup.
Yeah. Bubba's a special friend.
3 words. Drew screwed Drew.
Well, not to a point, because Punk did grab his leg, and then he went, I did it to you. This is twice now.
Mm-hmm.
He told him, this is twice now. I mean, the super kick was kind of...
Yeah, but why does he have to go to the corner for the Claymore? Why can't you go to the center of the ring while the guy's in the corner?
True enough.
And then back into it.
His thing, right? He always goes to the corner and then does his...
I have a whole different outlook on this. I think the CM Punk Drew McIntyre is going to be a fantastic storyline, but I think it's going to be built up very, very brilliantly, and it's going to be done in a way that he's leaving. This is his last run. This is what you're going to get for a moment, and then Drew's going to be gone. He's going to be gone. And I'm saying it again. Shake your head all you want, Salt Shaker. But let me tell you this. He's going to be gone. He's going to be moving on. So? He's going to go I've been saying it for months. There's not been a podcast I haven't been on that hasn't been involved wrestling where I talk about this.
True.
I'm being 100%. I honestly think Drew is going to be on his way out, and it's not going to be for long. It's going to be for a year, maybe a year and a half. But then he's going to come back, and when he comes back, the build for him is going to be better. And the only reason I'm saying these things is because the pond is so saturated with big fish. And I don't want him to go to AEW because they're going to just destroy whatever
TNA.
momentum he has. Yes,
TNA.
he needs to go to TNA. And then that gives us little weirdos who sit in our basement and talk about wrestling all the time. We're like, hey, they're doing crossovers with each other, so they must be working with each other. Isn't that great? It's so great. Wrestling, it's great. So it just keeps everybody involved. So why not fucking do it?
No. You're not
And
wrong.
we got the Lou liking the salt shaker comment. We got Grunmeister coming in. Right after this comment, we'll get right back to you, OMD. Here's what I'm saying. Punk probably would have not got involved at Mania if Drew didn't brag about winning in Punk's face. Drew is Drew.
No, and I said that the last show too.
But
if he
that
would've just
plays
taken
into his
title and left.
Yeah, that plays into his character. That's what we want. We want the pissed off dude. All right, we got one more comment here. Bulkster, shake it like a salt shaker. All right. All right, OMD, what were your thoughts on that match?
I absolutely loved the match.
Yeah.
I
great
believe
match.
it was Bronson Reed and Ricochet were involved. Now, for me, Ricochet really didn't feel like he fit into that match, not just for the sheer size, but because really, what has he done to get himself into a number one contenders match?
Well, what have they given him to do that? You know what I mean?
True.
Well, didn't he just beat the Academy? He went through those guys. Or was that
watch out.
Who was that he went through?
I
better put those names on your bulletin board.
Right.
Thrilled that Jay won, so Jay gets his shot at Priest. It's going to lead to a lot more, I believe, more bloodline coming back to not necessarily bite Jay in the ass now, but there's a part of me that wishes this match would have been an elimination match. But at the same time, I'm glad it was the one fall to a finish.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a guy like Bronson Reed get eliminated second just because everybody is teaming up on him after they've eliminated Ricochet.
Exactly. And that to me, that doesn't do any benefit to Bronson Reed as a person or as a character. But when you end it like they did, because you brought it up, Ricochet and Bronson Reed were also in this match. So Bronson Reed's laying on the Spanish announce table, and Ricochet, he has a clear ring. He's looking around. He sees Bronson still laying on this table, and he slingshots himself over and goes right into Bronson Reed, takes out the table. And to me, that I kind of want to see that feud. I want to see Bronson Reed versus Ricochet, even though I'm somebody you guys have heard multiple times say, I don't like the big guy versus the little guy. But I think Ricochet can bring us something. He can bring something out of Bronson Reed that we may not have seen yet. So this match kind of played into multiple angles for multiple fans.
Absolutely. And to touch on Bubba's idea of a last man standing between Drew and Punk when Punk is able to return, I'm going to one up that. And it's a match that Punk just recently had in another company where he was kind of tethered by a dog collar to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got
I think we're going with the dog collar match.
It could happen. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. Normal Red thinks that's dumb. He just pretty much just come out and told you that's dumb. So we can't win them all, OMD, but some we can.
Who's a good attempt, dude?
Bulkster, what was your thoughts on that match? I know you were probably just throbbing sitting there on the couch with all that beef in the ring.
Yeah, there was a lot of beef. Bronson, like I said, and something about him. I mean, he's just we haven't had a big guy like him that can do what he does and make you feel like he's for real.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would love to see him get into a title picture of some kind and actually win, put over the big guy. Because we haven't had really any big, beefy men be champion in a while.
Yeah.
So that would be cool. Like I said, Ricochet, that was a cool spot. Like he said, who knows why he was in the match. Actually, I think it'd be cool. Bulkster's mind's going. It'd have been cool if they swapped Shinsuke with Ricochet during that. Have Ricochet fought Dragunov and have Shinsuke in that match.
Oh, that'd have been cool.
To make it a close call, like he could get a title shot type thing. The end, Jay, like I said, Jay, they're doing good with him. They played off his ribs being hurt from the fall from falling off the ramp at Mania. And then, that super kick, I think it was supposed to be a super kick, but he realized he was too far away, so he had made it into like a drop kick, super kick.
Yeah,
that thing was gnarly.
I love CM Punk getting involved. Like I said, I think Drew ain't going nowhere. I think he's going to have this match with. I think maybe we're seeing the same thing as people say with another person from the other company. MJF. He's not on the roster page. Blah blah blah. Everybody thinks that he might be coming to WWE, but I honestly think he has a contract signed with AEW. He's just going to stay there. It's just going to be a thing. I think the same thing with Drew. They're just playing it off as no one knows about this contract.
No.
And maybe I would like to see him stay. I don't think him going to TNA for a year and a half is going to improve his character. I think he's doing great. I think after he gets done with the CM Punk feud, he can then focus on, maybe there'll be a spot for him to go for the title because he does have beef with the Judgment Day. During the transition of the cashing in and stuff where he was. So who knows? Yeah. You getting your information from the same sources I am.
Which is nowhere.
Look, I've said what I wanted to say on this subject with Drew. I mean, I don't want to see him go, but at the end of the day, I just think that's the best spot for him to kind of go and let the field kind of cool off so he can come back and have something better just because the Bulkster over here is all hypnotized by Drew.
Thank you, Lou. Somebody's thinking in the comments.
He's drunk on fucking Drew McIntyre over here. What do we got? I agree with the Bulkster. Lou, get out of this room. You're the pepper to his salt shaker there, you weirdo. All right, we got the Grundmeister coming in. Drew is going to re-sign. MJF is healing. Maybe 2 years, MJF will go to WWE. I don't know how long his contract is, but it all depends on what he's going to sign. Until I officially hear where MJF has signed and he appears, I'm not throwing out any speculations because you
never know.
Guys like MJF and what we're seeing come up out of the Triple H era are very character-driven guys. And if MJF wants to play this off, it's going to get played off in the way he wants to do it. He's done it time and time again with every storyline. And if he needs time to heal, let him fucking heal. That's what we need out of MJF. I mean, I hate to say it, but him leaving kind of dropped me off of a lot of AEW. But, I digress. So now we're into what the Bulkster has to say this week. And I know fans, you're out there, you're gritting your teeth, and you're like, oh, God, we got to listen to this. There he is, and he is the Bulkster, and he wants to talk to you, brother. So, Bulkster, why don't you talk to the people? Let them know what you're talking about this week.
Well, let me talk to you, Bulkamaniacs. The Bulkster's been to the mountaintop, and he watched Raw from that peak, and he decided to watch a match that really intrigues him. There's two people, and there's two tag teams. One is Sammy and Chad Gable. Just, hey, we're going to put them together, see how they mesh against Imperium. And the tag team, Imperium, haven't done crap unless they're with Gunther. So I don't know what they're doing with Imperium, but they haven't been doing nothing with them except, hey, feeding them to guys.
You guys got to
Sammy-
stop with this Ryback fucking talk. Jesus Christ.
Sam-
Started that.
Keep going.
Sammy and Gable, like I said, they put them together. Not sure where they're planning on going to. I mean, we're all thinking that Chad's going to maybe turn heel at some point because he's kind of distancing himself from the Alpha Academy. Besides doing still some of the mannerisms, the shush and yes and thank you and stuff. But I honestly think that, and we might see something tonight with the match they're having tonight, but it's weird. They're having a tag team match this last week. Now they're going to be fighting each other because two good guys. Sammy wants to, treat him to a match. Who knows what? I have no clue. I'm interested. I'm all for it. And I'll tell you what, Bulkster thinks that match is really good. We have a clip here to show you.
Yep, let's get into that.
That was an awesome combo of the Kuba kick to Shatter, whatever it's
Chaos
called.
Theory.
Chaos Theory, yes.
Yeah.
I also liked, we didn't catch it on the clip, but prior to that, Gable did basically one of the members of
Imperium
jumped off the middle rope. I don't think it was the top rope. I think it was the middle rope. And he was doing his little clothesline, and he spun around, and he caught him in midair and back suplexed him. And it was like, wow. That was a crazy feat of strength. And I don't know if you heard really closely, but when he did the Chaos Theory, went back, you could hear the fans say, "Feed me more."
Get out of
Shut
here.
up.
Jesus.
Shut up.
OMD, take over on this one. I got to collect myself over here.
First of all, Bulkster, you're fired. I know you cannot trademark your name. Again, like Bulkster said, fantastic match. But he's right. Like, Imperium aren't doing anything other than being an enhancement talent tag team.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because those two guys are phenomenal competitors, both as a team and singles. Yes, we're getting the Sammy Chad match tonight in Sammy's hometown of Montreal. I actually have a friend who's at Raw tonight. But you'll notice, like, when you played that clip, Chad never once looked at the Intercontinental title, and then we saw the interaction last week when Sammy was saying, yes, you can have the title match. That's just to say thank you for, training me, getting me ready for Gunther at WrestleMania. So I don't see Gable turning. I can see Gable being frustrated, but there's no sense in them turning Gable this quickly with the draft coming up.
True.
Valid point. Bubba Duke, what was your thoughts on this one?
The match was spot on again because Gable, great talent.
Yeah.
yeah, they hit their spots. They did everything that they were supposed to. They made it look epic. Unfortunately, Imperium, like you said, is just why. I want to see those two guys just basically implode and try to kill each other to see who's the best and go their separate ways. Because I think now that Gunther doesn't have a title, he's just going to do his own thing now.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay.
And for the match tonight, yeah, I see them just. I see it turning into like a Ring of Honor match. Come in, shake hands, give the fans a hell of a match,
Mm-hmm.
and then shake hands, say thank you, hug, whatever, and go on their way, being friends.
I mean, you could be in the world that's about to evolve out of all of this. Honestly, when was the last time we've had two fantastic Monday Night Raws back to back after a PLE, to where, I mean, Terry, when you sent me the list of what's going on tonight,
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
looking
like,
at it.
holy bejesus.
I already have my match.
And you know, last week was setup after setup for matches. Let's get into a couple of these matches that are coming up. We got
I got mine.
all right, let's start off with who's returning tonight. We got the man known as Sheamus. Sheamus returns to Raw tonight. So he's going to be back. Real quick, don't take too long, but where do you guys kind of see Sheamus falling into?
I'm going to go with the Lose comment here and saying that he agrees with Bubba, but he has a feeling Imperium gets involved, and I think that's where we see Sheamus.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a tough question, dude. Because I would love to see Sheamus and McIntyre go for the tag titles again.
Oh, here we go. The
But,
McIntyre boys.
No.
But I would rather see him and McIntyre have just a slobber knocker of a feud to see who's the best number one contender for the Intercontinental title or the heavyweight title. Or that would be cool.
Normal Red Devil coming in saying he goes after Sammy and gets the title.
There you go.
Interesting.
There you go.
That's an interesting idea.
As far as that goes, Bubba, like, I love you, but we've already seen them as tag champs. We've already seen them have this feud numerous times, including last year at WrestleMania when they both took on Gunther in a triple threat match. It's not something we need again.
But remember,
Bulkster, what was your idea on this one?
I agree with Normal Red Devil, which is my buddy Josh.
Mm-hmm.
He, like I said, I think the setup, I think everybody's comments, I think we're getting a little bits and pieces. I think Imperium interfere. Sheamus's music hits, goes out, makes the save. You think, oh, the good guys are ahead. Then all of a sudden, you know, Sheamus bro kicked to Sammy to turn him heel. And we have a first feud for Sammy is him versus Sheamus for the title.
okay. There you go.
All
Get
right,
behind that.
so we also have Rhea Ripley to address Liv Morgan's surprise attack tonight. So we know we had some thoughts talked about before we went live. So why don't we start with the Bulkster? Where are you at on this one?
Like I said, I don't know what they're doing. Like I said, we've heard bits and rumors that I've seen on the wrestling community saying that Rhea is actually injured from the previous attack. It could be all kayfabe. But they're saying that possibly Rhea could have to drop the title. But not sure if that's the case or if this is just a storyline.
All right. Yeah, I agree with Crown on this one. Bubba Duke, what's your thoughts?
I don't know. She took a seriously shitty chair shot.
Yeah.
In their very crappy attempt to reenact a scene from ECW.
I don't know. I like
the chair was supposed to come this way, not this way.
Very true.
just to let you know, ladies, you did it wrong. And if she is hurt, that sucks. If it's something like a slight concussion, they can still play along with her being concussed and not have to relinquish the title. But if it's something super serious, it's going to suck because she's had this title for how long?
Yeah.
And I wanted her to set records and make some other woman obsolete in WWE.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, what do you do?
OMD.
with Rhea having been working hurt, as we've seen with her hand in that bandage and arm, I can see this being a kayfabe injury set up by that,
Okay.
leading to Liv getting her title match at Backlash as part of her revenge tour, winning the title so that then Rhea can go and rehab and recover from her injuries to come back even stronger by potentially SummerSlam, maybe longer, and reclaim the gold.
All right. Okay, so now we're going to jump into the actual matches, a few of the matches up for tonight. And I'm going to start you guys off with my one that I'm going to be most enjoying.
Yeah, buddy.
Dirty Dom and Andrade.
Yeah,
We're
buddy.
going to see these two get it on, and it's going to be awesome because I cannot wait for this. A huge fan of Andrade and love Dirty Dom and everything he's got going on. OMD, what are your thoughts?
Oh, this match is going to be a lesson in Lucha Libre. These two are going to go and tear the house down. I do hope that this is our main event of the evening.
Oh, yeah.
Even over the Intercontinental title match in Montreal, I think that this deserves to be the main event of the evening.
Would be epic. Bubba Duke, what's your thoughts?
How do I say this properly? Fuck yeah. Dude, I can't wait to see, because I've been watching Andrade since, oh God, he was in AAA. That's where I got my introduction to him. I seen him a bit. He did some other stuff. Really good. And then Dirty Dom, dude. This kid every week has been proving to me why he is where he is and why he deserves to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he first started, I was like, oh, great, you're only here because your old man got you here. But no, he's proving that he deserves to be in WWE. And the heat this kid has, like, dude grabs a mic. Just grabs a mic. And he's getting booed out of the building.
Very true.
It's like, who's ever had heat like that? Ever? Right?
It's very few that have. This is straight for the Lou.
Shut up.
That's what you get, Lou, for ridiculous comments like that. Go ahead, Terry. Let us know what your thoughts are on this one.
Oh, well, the Bulkster, he thinks it'll be a great match. Andrade is the Lucha Libre. Dom is half and half. I think we're going to have just 1 second. I let the dog out too while I talk about this. But
I don't think you're allowed to say half and half. Unless you're talking about like a coffee order or something like that.
So yeah, I think it's going to be a great match. I think we might, depending on what they're doing with Dom, are they having him drift away from Judgment Day, or if they're going to keep him involved, they can have JD come out with him and cause interference. And depends if Ray interferes, because Andrade's not really officially LWO. He's kind of on his own. So he might have help with them. Like he's had an alliance with them, but not part of the group. But I don't know. I think it'll be a good match. It all depends if they keep it, a singles match, or if it's going to be some shenanigans with JD involving.
I don't think we're going to see shenanigans, bro. I think it's going to be straight up one-on-one.
Well,
I'm hoping.
we're running up against the ropes to when we're going to find out. So let's jump into
Let's
this
go.
one. We got Jay Uso's going to take on Finn Balor. Fellas, who you got in this one, and why don't we have more of this?
I got to take Jey Uso in this one right now because he's got the momentum. He's on the roll right now. Judgment Day is struggling. They're coming off of these losses at Mania. Ideally, I would love to see Finn Balor insert himself into the Intercontinental title picture with Priest having the world title. Depending on the situation with Rhea, and then have Dom and JD go after Miz and R-Truth for the tag belts and see if we can't get Judgment Day all the gold.
That would be pretty epic.
And
yeah,
Bulkster
he
let
called
the dogs out. Yeah.
This guy.
He did call that like a month ago.
Who cares what he calls? All right. Bubba, what were your thoughts on this one? Or did you already give them?
I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah.
I want Finn to win, but like OMD said, Jay's on a roll right now. He's pretty well unstoppable. Like,
yeah.
They don't call him main event Jay for nothing. So,
I mean, take out the WrestleMania moment with his brother.
Yeah.
Take that match out of the equation, and yeah, Jay's on the roll.
Doesn't even count.
I enjoy it. Bulkster, where are you at?
I think it's going to be a good match. Like I said, we haven't seen Jay versus Finn besides, when they're tag team championship matches. So a one-on-man one, well, we might have seen a one-on-one match when they were feuding, but this feels different because he's a solo star now. So
yeah,
I feel it'll be good. Who knows if they're still going to play off the ribs? If so, I think Finn might pull the win off. Or they're going to keep the momentum of, this guy that's hurt with the ribs and he comes back and wins. Either way, it's going to be a phenomenal match.
Yeah.
And hopefully he gets the super kick on point and we don't see another drop kick.
He will. I believe he will. Let's get this women's tag match in. This is a rubber match. Dupree and Ivory Nile take on Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell in a rubber match. Fellas, real quick, which team do you think's walking away with this one?
Candice and Ivy and Maxine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the other two I think are going to implode because they're not seeing eye to eye right now.
Yep. That's exactly where I was
Biggest fan right there.
There we go. We got. I love the name Johnny Autism Wrestling.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love the logo.
We got the Lou saying Candice turns heel on Indy. I like it. Bubba, where are you at real quick?
As I said, they're just going to implode. The two girls are going to
fight. Complete implosion.
Yep. They're going to end up just duking it out probably.
Bulkster.
I agree. I think we're going to get the full. I think it's went a whole full circle to face the same two, and Indy has to either
make it or break it,
jump or get off the pot.
I agree.
Either she is going to get smoked by Candice. Candice is going to get mad at her and just freaking wallop her, saying, "No, I've told you many times. I've given you 7 chances." And
you blew it for the last time, and that's going to be.
I like it.
Then there's going to be a feud.
And right before we go out, and we know how we got to this match, we know the two in it. We just need to pick a winner because this has been something that I know all 4 of us have been waiting a while for. And it is Sami Zayn is going to defend the Intercontinental title against Gable. This is going to be a drag out, awesome, epic fight that is going to be calibers that you haven't seen. Both of these guys are fantastic. OMD, where you at?
I got Sami winning, retaining in his hometown, first title defense.
Yeah, I feel the same. Sami is going to take it, but he's going to have to work for it. Gable's not just going to lay down for him.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be.
I agree with you, Lou, on that one. Yeah, Bubba, I agree with you, man. This is
Yeah.
going to be excellent. He's going to have to work for it because Gable is no slouch, and this is the time for Gable to really show what Vince passed up on for so many years of what Gable's been
hell yeah.
doing. Bulkster, where are you at on this match? And then OMD, right when he does that, let's start dropping socials and letting everybody know where they can get at us.
Everybody's bullying and not picking who should win, and that's Chad Gable. Montreal should riot if he doesn't win.
Get out of town with this.
Jeez,
Why do we
easy,
even
bud.
have him as a co-host on this?
Why? Who invited this
He's
guy
gonna
to the
get
show?
everything just destroyed that we have built with all these. No, we love what the Bulkster has to say, and we hope you all out there enjoy it. We try to bring a lot of fun to this. And speaking of that, we are going to raid out to the Raw Patrol. OMD, let them know where they can reach you.
Well, the people, they can find me on Facebook, Daniel Hrycyk, Hrycyk, on YouTube at Bubba OMD, on
What?
Twitch at OMD17, and on Discord at OMD6370. Visually, they can catch me right here every Monday with you guys. And then in about 5 minutes' time with the Raw Patrol with Bubba Duke, Chris Best, Chris Parrish, Carl Carafel. Tuesday on Turnbuckle Talk over at Turnbuckle Studios with Chris Best and Carl Carafel. And Thursdays at 8 o'clock with Bubba Duke on the Boar's Nest.
Awesome. All right, Bubba Duke, let's hear where they can find you.
Yeah, you can catch me on the YouTubes at Bubba OMD, Twitch, Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke, and I don't do Tuesdays. So here Monday, 7, and then 8 o'clock at the Raw Patrol, and then Thursday nights in my Boar's Nest, where we play some games and do some fun stuff, talk video, talk movies. We talk about everything with this crazy ass above me.
Yeah, they do. It's fantastic. All right. You know them. You love them. The Bulkster, it is your moment to let these people know where they can freaking find you.
Right now, you can find me on YouTube, The Bulkster Show, man. Check me out. I don't have any main content is this Raw review. Hey, Bubba, shout it. And then we got going to try to do some gaming eventually. Hasn't got there yet, but we will get there. We will. I have Facebook, Bulk Bogan. You can find me there. And let's leave it. Let's close it out with Josh, man. How about you feed me more?
Oh my God, I can't believe you did that right at the end of this. Fans, you know where to find me. You can find me here because, well, you fucking found me here. You know where to click, and you came to the link to join us here for the Raw preview and review show. I absolutely love that you have joined us here and you are having fun with us. Jacob, thank you for joining. This is the end of the show.
Thank you.
So apologize that, but thank you for being a first timer here. You can find me on X. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me in the Boar's Nest chats. You can find me in the Raw Patrol chats. You can find me in Lou's chats out there. Go out there and hit up Lou, see what he's doing. He's just getting back into it, and we're fucking so grateful. I absolutely adore that dude and everything he's putting out in the community. And find somebody out there. Find a creator that's not the biggest one out there, and enjoy what they're doing, because there's so many of us out here, and we're just trying to give you guys the best that we can. And we absolutely thank you again for joining us and being a part of the world that we're trying to create here. Yeah, I mean, you guys got 2 minutes. I still got to wait till you go live to be able to raid out to. So yeah, I'm clamoring for some stuff.
Check out the Facebook group I have, the Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke.
There you
Check that out. I do post a lot of what we're doing, give you ideas, and I love when people in the community talk to me and say, "Hey, listen, this game is free right now. Can you check it out for me? Because I don't want to buy it yet." Which is what we do. We do a lot of that. Like we're playing Diablo. We're playing What are the other games we're playing? Holy cow, we got so many games going right now.
Yeah, there's
And it helps if you unmute your mic there, Brad, so people can hear you talk.
muted, bud?
Hawked is the one we just started on Thursday.
Hawked.
We'll be trying the Quarry soon, potentially MLB The Show.
Yeah, because I just downloaded it.
But I do have one question as it pertains to a certain match tonight. And this is Jey Uso versus Finn Balor. Do we see a new member of Solo's bloodline debut tonight and attack Jay?
Didn't someone join SmackDown?
Yes,
this week.
But also that was Tama Tonga.
Oh yeah. That's who you were talking about, right, Bulkster? And Jacob, no, it is not started yet. It is about 1 minute.
In a minute.
But we do know that Jacob Fatu has signed with WWE as well.
We do.
Did he really?
Yes.
Wow.
So
does
he jump Jey Uso tonight?
Well, here's the thing: are these gentlemen signing to join the bloodline, or are they signing because they want to be part of WWE and just single matches and stuff, not part of the bloodline?
Probably to be part of the WWE, but right now it just makes sense to put them in the bloodline to give them to help establish them.
I think these guys are established enough. They don't need to be part of the
dude.
bloodline.
We got the fans going wild. Yeah. Okay. So we got to get these guys out of here. They got to get to their show. If we're raiding out to them right now, so if you are ready, we are going to
see you over there
and check these guys out. Check out what they're doing. It's some fun stuff, and we will catch you.
Happy birthday
on
in
the
2
next
months.
one.